Once again, so glad you could join us tonight on Big Ten Plus, and as Koval sends it away, we're off and running from rec call. Ahmed, get it over. Here's Merck on the far side. They set him up right away. Getting back to Ahmed, setting up on the far side is Beard, kept alive by the Nittany Lions. Koval over to the opposite side, and Valenzi trying to dig under it, falling to the ground. Ahmed gets it up, and the first point of 2024 recorded by Austin Beard for Lee's McRae. It's a kill for the Bobcats, and they get on the board first.
Yeah, great start to their season. A little back and forth action there from both sides, some good passing, and a great attack by Beard to kick things off.
Penn State team that we mentioned had to replace a lot of players, so too did the Bobcats. Very, very young squad for this team. Off to an early good start here. It will be Beard back behind the service line. Koval plays it up, and from the middle, it's Owen Rose getting the kill for the Nittany Lions to answer straight back.
Yeah, good job by Owen Rose. Another guy stepping in, stepping up for a lot of those guys that they lost in this offseason. Long Island native comes right down the middle with a huge attack. No doubt about it.
Rose will get back behind the service line one more time. Here we go, knotted up at one. Dug up by Liberson all the way over, and then tapped down at the net. Ezeonu and Kerr were over there. Ezeonu puts it into the hardwood for the Nittany Lions off the dig that had a lot of heat behind it.
Ezeonu, one of the few returners, one of the guys that's experienced starting in this lineup. A great put back there on that block. Gets it down, his 26th kill of the season.
Yeah, Ezeonu hit perfect 10 for 10 in the opener against Central State. Here's Ahmed, the set to the near side and denying it at the net. Ezeonu and Kerr both over there to deny the opportunity from Lee's McRae.
And there he is again. You see that excitement. It was a nice attack right there, but Ezeonu just gets over, uses that length and size, denies him at the net.
Blocked the attempt by Luke Fincham. Fincham digs this one up. Ahmed, the set. Off contact, kept alive for the Nittany Lions. Here's Schwab, the tap over. Ezeonu stays hot for the Nittany Lions, finds the soft spot in the Lee's McRae defense, and he's got 3 straight kills for Penn State, or 3 straight points, I should say, counting the block for Penn State.
Yeah, saying his name a lot already. Now 4-1, you mentioned 3 of those points right to the hands of Ezeonu.
Owen Rose has been busy behind the service line here early on, and he's going to send home an ace. Owen Rose puts it down, too hot to handle for Ben Ratliff-Beecher. And the first ace of the night for the Nittany Lions continues the scoring barrage.
And an excellent start by Penn State continues. 5-0 scoring run they're on now.
So Owen Rose, as I mentioned, busy here early on, records the first service ace of the evening. It's 5 serving 1. That time, Ratliff-Beecher able to keep it up. Kill through contact. That time, Sebastian here hammers it home for Lee's McRae through the block attempt by the Nittany Lions. And finally, the run is over. Player who averaged just over 2 kills per set last year, one of the top returners for Lee's McRae, gets the second point. Now he'll go back behind the service line. Koval, the dig, and no doubt about it, John Kerr saw that 31 times on Saturday. He gets on the board, his first kill of the evening right there.
And there it is. Didn't have to wait too long to see his first kill of the night. He makes it 6-2 with that big-time swing.
31 kills in that contest. He had 25 in just the third and fourth sets alone, did John Kerr. Dug up by Fincham. Ahmed, transfer to transfer there. Sending it back at the net, trying to keep it alive was the libero, Ratliff-Beecher. Free ball sent over. Merck to Schwab to Valenzi, off contact, kept alive one more time by the Bobcats. All the way over to Fincham on the far side. Merck digs it up, Schwab tap down by Ezeonu. Toby Ezeunu's hot start continues for the Nittany Lions, his 3rd kill in the first 7 points.
And he's just been absolutely dominant to start this match in that middle blocker position. Lee's McRae, excuse me, just doesn't really have any size up there to match with Ezeonu and his length.
Ezeunu's been feasting so far. There's another service ace. Count that one up for John Kerr. Off the serve receive error for the Bobcats. It's 8-2. So Lee's McRae got the first point of set number 1, first point of their season, but since then it's been a 7-1 run for the Nittany Lions. Kerr back behind one more time. Ahmed the set, sent over by Doyle. Here's Schwob, fake swing by Ezionu. Valenzi swing goes just a bit far, trying to paint that sideline. Kill attempt goes just wide, point for Lees McRae.
And it had been a clean set up until that point for the Nittany Lions. That's their first attacking error of the evening. And that's what Lees McRae needs, some unforced errors on Penn State's side, get some points on the board, get them the ball back to serve, and then try to make the most of it.
Ahmed sends that serve just wide. Actually, more than just, a little bit too wide for the Central State transfer, one of 2 transfers on this Lees McRae team, both starting this first game of the season. The other, Luke Fincham, the transfer from DeUval. Gives it right back to the Nittany Lions. Here's Valenzi behind the service line, dug up by Fincham. On the far side, this is Doyle, off fingertips, and MJ Doyle gets on the board with his first kill of the evening for Lees McRae, leading returner in kills per set from a year ago with just under 2.5. Also led the team in digs per set last season with just over 1.5.
And a rare assist right there by someone that's not the setter. That was Beard with a nice pass.
Easy Onu, my goodness. Hammers the hardwood, does Toby. And says, all right, Lees McRae will give you one. Gonna take it right back now, and Ezionu will get to go back behind the service line for his trouble.
4 kills on 4 attacks already for Ezionu as he steps back to serve, but what an unbelievable start for him.
Did Ezionu paint the line? No, just a little too far. On that back line, trying to just paint it inside the white boundary and the blue outside of the Penn State logo. Ezionu not able to do so, so the 2 teams trade points for the first time. It's 5 serving 10. Koval to Schwob, far side to Kerr. John Kerr, too wide.
And now some of those errors starting to come for Penn State. A service error followed by that attacking error right there by Kerr. So not what you want from 2 guys who have been your best players probably so far, but still a 10-6 lead nevertheless.
Errol Brada back behind the line for the Bobcats. They'll set up Kerr one more time, and he wasn't going to miss twice. John Kerr finds his sweet spot that time, finds the hardwood. It'll be 11 serving 6 upcoming. Nittany Lions have it.
And the announcer's jinx works in favor of the Nittany Lions there, talking about Kerr making an unforced error, and a tough mistake comes right back. Must have heard me on the broadcast.
Well, those don't happen often, to be fair. Here is Schwob, the fantastic freshman setter for the Nittany Lions. Second in the nation, and there's a block. Kerr and Rose over there to mop things up. And Penn State back on another heater.
And we talk about Ezionu starting off dominant in the middle. How about Owen Rose now coming in that middle blocker position? Lees McRae really struggling right down the pipe.
Yeah, Rose has also played very well in the opening few points of this contest. Schwab the setter one more time, sends it over. Ahmed, wild free ball sent over by her. It's going to pay off. Sebastian here gets it over and somehow gets the kill there. Just kind of swung out that right hand, almost backwards.
Yeah, look at it here.
Yeah, able to send that.
Yeah, no-look backwards tap.
Schwab wasn't ready for it, and I don't think anybody was.
And a circus shot there in volleyball. I didn't see that too often.
That serve just trying to paint that corner. Unable to do so is MJ Doyle, fifth-year player for Lees McRae. We mentioned their leading returning scorer from a year ago. But this is a very young Lees McRae team. He here and Isaac Lafuna really the only upperclassmen. Ahmed and sent packing one more time. Kerr and Rose over there to deny the swing from Austin Beard.
We keep saying the same kind of names over and over again on that Penn State side. It's been Kerr, it's been Rose, and Ezionu, who's not currently on the court, but still a dominant performance by those three up front to this point.
Native of Poland, Michal Koval sends it into the net. Trying to just skim it over the net tape was the senior multi-year contributor to this Penn State team, unable to do so on that occasion, gives it right back to Lees McRae. They trail 8-14, the 8 serving 14 in this instance. Beard descended away. Koval plays it up, and right in the middle, Owen Rose says pass the mustard on that one. What a kill.
And a beautiful set there, just a nice Nice and low as Rose kind of started jumping even before the ball was put up in the air. Perfect timing, gets it straight down, and no chance for that Lise McRae defense.
Penn State off to a quick start here. Rose will follow up his monster kill with a service ace. And Owen Rose done it all.
Make that 2 service aces on the night so far for Owen Rose, the only 2 for the Nittany Lions team. He's firing on all cylinders right now.
2 kills, 2 aces, 2 blocks. Deuces are wild for Owen Rose. Is at 16, serving 8. Nittany Lions lead it. Rose sends that little off speed over. Here's Beard, and that'll be a point for the Nittany Lions. Illegal back row attack from Austin Beard, I believe the call there to negate the opportunity for the point.
And we talk about the perfect timing on that set to Owen Rose previously on his attack. Just a little bit timing off right there for Lise McRae. A little bit awkward and uncomfortable, as you mentioned, stepped over that line and sent it out of bounds anyway.
And Rose right back after the 2 service aces tonight. Commits his first service error of the evening. Give the serve back to Lise McRae, but Penn State now with a comfortable lead here in this opening set. Bobcats will try to claw back into it. Here's here to send it over. Schwob to the far side, and Kerr able to keep it alive. Ezionu came right back to him. Bodies all over the place for the Bobcats. Ultimately, it's going to lead to a Penn State point, but not for a lack of hustle from Lise McRae. Been waiting all fall and all winter to get on the court. You could see it there.
Yeah, Michal Koval, I don't know if you saw, kind of saw that one going out the whole way. Did a little fake going for the ball there.
A little bit of showmanship from the Polish native, and Kerr. Servicers have been an issue here early on for the Nittany Lions. That is their 4th. Not the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this opening set. Hitting 400. Lise McRae hitting in the red right now. Negative .067. They'll try to change that here. Schwob had an opportunity to send it over, denied at the net. Here's Doyle on the near side. Kept up by an Ivan Koval. And Kerr, a lot of heat behind it, but too far out.
Yeah, big time hammer swing. If that is just a little bit more in front of that line, there's no chance anyone's getting to it, but just a tad bit too strong. See a nice pass there from the libero. It's Ryan Merck.
Yeah, Merck, haven't called his name a ton tonight, anything else, but either way, it is a point for Penn State.
Yeah, only thing I can imagine is that maybe they weren't looking for a tip on that.
Perhaps a back row, maybe? That's the only thing I can think of. Either way, it is a point for Penn State. It will go on the board as a kill for John Kerr, and it's going to be 19 serving 10. The Lions lead it. Valenzi sends it over. Ahmed the set to the far side. Kept alive. Slight joust for it. Misplayed a little bit. Penn State's got to go. Koval denied at the net. Errol Barda and Luke Fincham with something to get loud about for Lise McRae.
Yeah, first time we've seen that tonight. That's the first block of the evening for Lise McRae. We talked a lot about the guys like Owen Rose and Toby Ezionu dominating at the net. Now Errol Barda comes in, makes a big play for the Bobcats.
Fincham behind the service line for the Bobcats, but that one not able to paint the far side of the court. Be a point for Penn State. They're now up to 25 away from taking this first set.
Now we're just going to see the first action of the night for Carter Dittman.
Yeah, Carter Dittman on the floor, the freshman, will be behind the service line. Ahmed trying to tap it and unable to do so was Barda. Tried to send it over off speed, just couldn't get enough power behind it. It'll be a point for Penn State. Dittman, who's played in 5 sets so far this year in his freshman campaign. Behind the service line one more time for the Nittany Lions. Ahmed, once again, that time Barda able to get it over, and Schwob, the setter, says, I'll do it myself. Michael Schwob, the fantastic freshman we've talked about for Penn State, who has filled the role of Cole Bogner, who graduated a year ago, second year as head coach for Lise McRae. If you couldn't tell, with Carter Dittman being back behind the service line, call stood on the floor as called. It is a kill for Schwob. Penn State is 3 points away. There's Barda to send it over. Schwob to the far side, kept alive by Schwob. Now it comes near side to Kerr. He'll send a free ball over. Ahmed to Barda. Kerr plays it up. Here's Koval for the kill. Michal Koval.
Excellent cross-court set right there. So we'll get another look at it. Schwob all the way over Koval, who just rises up, swings away, finds that hole in the defense. Great play by the Nittany Lions.
So Dittman trying to continue the run. As I say that, he sends it into the net. So Lees McRae will get a point there, but still trail by 11 here in this opening set. Some substitutions coming in. First time we've seen Nelson Castellanos on the floor, I believe, for Lees McRae. He's a freshman, one of many on this Lees McRae team. Native of Windermere, Florida, to Horizon High School, and looks like he's going to be the one that will be back behind the service line here. Is Lees McRae, at the very least at this point, you got to think, Jacob, just trying to get some momentum here to take into the second set.
Yeah, they've been pretty good so far. I mentioned, keeping it not close, but down by just 11. Now it's set point, but they've done a solid job so far. The only thing is Penn State really hasn't had a lot of errors. Lees McRae maybe trying to force some more tough attempts or some more tough attacks by the Nittany Lions side and start to get something going that way.
Very complete first set from Owen Rose. He gets his third kill there, and as you mentioned, Jacob sets up. Set point, it'll be the freshman. Schwob to do the honors. Here we go. Recall gets on their feet, and Schwob sends it wide. We'll play on here in set number one.
And also for Lees McRae, you talked about earlier, they're in the red in that hit percentage, down negative .091 in that hit percentage, something they want to clean up for sure.
Ooh, that one gets almost spiked by MJ Doyle, and that's how set number one is going to come to an end. Back-to-back service errors, but Penn State able to get the points they need. 25-13, going to be your final of
total underclassmen for Lees McRae.
Yeah, very young squad that Albus has to work with, and Doyle not able to get that one to clear the net tape. So service error to end set one, service error to begin set two for Lees McRae. Give it back to Michal Koval. He'll send it over. That dug up by the libero here, able to get through the contact, and Sebastian here gets his third kill of the night. Fifth total of the evening for the Bobcats.
We just highlighted MJ Doyle, the fifth year, and there's Sebastian here, one of the few other upperclassmen, a junior from Weston, Florida, and a preseason player to watch by the conference.
One of the top returners for the Bobcats this season. Schwob the Kerr on the far side. John Kerr. Might not be the gaudy numbers he put up on Saturday, but it's been pretty good so far for number 9. He's got kill number 4 on the evening. That is tied for the lead for all players.
And you mentioned, not exactly 31 so far, but he's done an outstanding job leading the way for the Nittany Lions team. He's been pretty consistent, only a few errors, but most of the time he's swinging, it's landing in the field of play.
Owen Rose behind the service line. We mentioned 2 service aces in that first set, but service error there. Knocks us back up to a piece. And it'll be here once again behind the line for the Bobcats. That one into the net. So both teams with a little bit of the bugaboos, so to speak, when it comes to serving. Seen so far tonight. That is the 13th total service error committed by both teams. 6 for the Bobcats, 7 for the Nittany Lions.
And one of the few categories that the Bobcats are actually doing a better job of than the Nittany Lions so far.
They're able to clear the net tape that time. Comes far side to Fincham, the Deauville transfer. Schwob on the move, and Valenzi tried to get it through the block of the net, unable to do so. That'll go to Lees McRae.
Yeah, it looks like Valenzi saw that double block coming and tried to kind of push it back towards the opposite end of the court. Just couldn't quite get it over, maybe tried to be a little bit too precise. This goes into the net.
Unable to make anything out of that one. Here's Ahmed back behind the line. Mentioned the transfer from Central State, and Toby Ezeonu, who, after that strong start to set one, was a little quiet after that. That was anything but quiet on the kill that time from number 18.
Yeah, I was going to say, Casey, he was sitting at 4 kills for quite some time, and there finally tallies on that 5th.
New Brunswick, New Jersey native, hitting the hardwood there. Here's Ahmed. Fincham. Sent back at the net, but he may have been into the net. Was Koval? No, they'll give it to Penn State. Looks like that might initially have been the discussion, but they do give the point to the Nittany Lions. Off the block by Ika Koval.
Yeah, some confusion. Even Koval was a little bit confused, looked right up to the ref immediately.
That one bangs off the antenna from Valenzi, so another service error for the Nittany Lions. Is keeping Lise McRae in it here early on in this second set before serving 5. Fincham doinks that one over. Schwob to Ezionu in the middle, and Ezionu one more time. Toby Ezionu. His 6th kill of the evening so far, had 10 in the first contest. And last time out, 15 for the senior, New Jersey native. He's back behind the line that time. Another bounce off the net tape. That net tape's getting a workout tonight. And play a stop, point for Penn State.
Yeah, it's trying to send a free ball over, didn't quite get a good hand on that one as it just sails out of play right by that scorer's table.
Lise McRae unable to do anything with that. So Ezionu will go one more time. And misplayed by Libero. Ben Ratliff Beecher, and the error starting to pile up here for the Bobcats. It's leading to a Nittany Lion run.
And once again, that scorer's table getting some work done right there as the ball trails over towards our PA announcer once again.
So a 3-0 run for the Nittany Lions. It's Ezionu one more time. That one comes all the way back to Rose in the middle, and Rose says, I'll take that one, thank you very much. And Owen Rose, kill number 4 of the night for Rose.
It's been deja vu so far in this second set. A lot of the same names we've been mentioning. Ezionu doing a great job, Kerr, and now Owen Rose getting back in that kill sheet.
Some good young players on this team for Penn State, but it's been a lot of the returners who have stepped up early in the season. The few that remained after this Penn State team lost 9 players from a year ago. There's the block on the near side for the Nittany Lions. One more time. 3 bodies over there did Penn State, able to send it back. The run continues as Koval, Schwob, and Rose all get credit for a triple block. Ezionu, another powerful serve. Ahmed has to go all the way close to the stands to be able to play it. Getting fingertips that time on the way by was MJ Doyle. He stops the bleeding for Lise McRae and gets his 2nd kill of the night.
Yeah, pretty quality break there for Lise McRae as that one just deflected off fingertips of the intended blocker. And they get right back into this one, cut that Penn State lead in half.
Barta. Here's Schwob running the opposite direction, and Koval set back. And how about MJ Doyle stepping up here in this second set? One of the team leaders, most experienced player, as we've said, on this team, and trying to put the team on his back right now as he was over there along with Sebastian here.
And that's what Bobcats are going to need. You know, talk about how young they are, but these veteran players are going to have to be the ones to step up in a big, tough matchup like this against a quality opponent in their home building.
Owen Rose gets the next laugh, though. He left no doubt about that one. Off the good assist from Michael Schwob. Schwob will be back behind the service line with 13 already on the evening. In the assist department is the freshman center playing in his 3rd collegiate game. Back to the libero, Beecher, and that one out of bounds off the contact from Rose and Kerr as they were trying to set up for the block, so give the point to the Bobcats.
That's the 2nd time now we've seen Sebastian here kind of do that no-look backwards attack. Interesting strategy.
I think he's undefeated on it so far.
He's 2 for 2.
Valenzi put a lot of heat behind that one. Good job by Fincham in the back row, but Rose sends it back with one arm to put it back over for the Nittany Lions.
And he's just been really coming alive so far in this second set. Great awareness there. Just tap it over, put it straight down in that gaping hole on Lise McRae's side.
Koval sends it too far for the Nittany Lions. 9th service error of the night for Penn State. Austin Beard will now try to do it on the other end. Lise McRae just kind of hanging around. It's been in large part due to the Penn State errors, although Lise McRae have had some of their own. So Each side playing a little sloppy in this second set. Lees McRae trying to stay alive. Penn State's got to regroup. Here's Schwob to Kerr. Kerr just gets it over Ahmed. The set to Fincham. He'll tap it over. That one waved off, though. Point goes to Penn State.
Yeah, that one just hit the pin.
That's what it looked like, yeah. Off the antenna. Goes as a net violation. And gives the point to the Nittany Lions. They now are back up by 5. Rose bounces it over. Kept up by Beecher to here. Whistle blows, though, and I think once again into the net. Another illegal attack by Lees McRae for the Nittany Lions. Actually, no, beg your pardon. I think they might be replaying the point. Still 13-8, and now Rose sends it back into the net. So either way, point eventually ends up with Lees McRae. It was a replayed point. And another service error for Owen Rose. He's had a few of those tonight, in addition to a few of the service aces that we've talked about. Lees McRae trails by 4. Once again, Penn State leads 13-9 here in the second set. And John Kerr able to put some power behind it. Too hot to handle for Austin Beard. Penn State gets it right back.
Yeah, John Kerr saw Owen Rose and Toby Ezionu just going back and forth. They're both sitting at 6 kills, and Kerr was sitting at 4. He got a little bit jealous there, and now tallies on his 5th.
Back behind the service line is Kerr. Ahmed, the set to the near side block. Valenzi and Ezionu over there for the Nittany Lions.
I'll say that one went out of bounds.
You're right. You're right. I think the crowd thought it was a clean block, but yes, it was out of bounds, and point will go to Lees McRae. So, still trailing by 4 on the Bobcats. It'll be 10 serving 14. Ahmed back behind the line. Sophomore sends it into the net. So the point goes back to Penn State.
And as you can see by the score so far, it's 15-10. Penn State won that first set, and it's really been a dominant performance by Penn State. But the one thing that the Bobcats have done better than the Nittany Lions so far is those service errors. They have just 7 to Penn State's 10, but a tough one there.
Yeah, no doubt head coach Pavlik can't be too happy about that. But as this one's sent over by Fincham, Burke, the libero, plays it up. Ezionu, it kind of rolls off the net tape and falls on the Lees McRae side, so it goes as a kill for Ezionu. Walking the tightrope there was that volleyball.
And that was almost like the volleyball version of a toilet bowl in basketball as it just kind of rolls along the top. Nevertheless, Ezionu takes sole possession of the team leading kills with 7.
So Penn State, we mentioned those 10 service errors, but to their credit, they also have 4 service aces to none for the Bobcats. That point goes to Penn State off the block, as it was Schwob and Will Coons who just checked in over there for the Nittany Lions.
Taking another look at it. Nice set all the way across with like Ezionu.
Ezionu, yeah.
The one coming over with
over there
Schwob.
Once again. Partner in crime as they've been. And Fincham unable to get enough under it to keep it into the air and get it to a teammate. So a service ace from Michael Valenzi.
Now 4-0 scoring run for the Nittany Lions. I talked a little bit about their service errors, how they have more than the Bobcats, but also 5 service aces to 0 for the Bobcats. So kind of take what you can get.
Yeah, it's kind of the risk you have to play, right? And in the game you have to play, you're going to miss some of them, but you're hoping you can get them back. That kill-off contact from MJ Doyle gives the Bobcats their 11th point of set number 2. Still trailing by 7, though, is Lees McRae. They've hung around, but are starting to lose this one here in set number 2 against the number 7 ranked team in the nation. Dylan Slater, the freshman, back behind the line. Schwob to Coons, near side. Out of bounds. So Will Coons' first swing of the night does not bear any fruit for the Nittany Lions.
And a solid set by Schwob. Coons maybe just a little bit unaware of where he was on the floor. Pulled that one a little bit too far to the left.
Plays out to get under it. Kerr gets it off contact. John Kerr with the kill off the block. Attempt by Lees McRae. Once again, the grab leader leading this team.
And he's really been outstanding once again. You know, talk about those 31 kills last time, but it's really been him, Rose, and Ezionu, that big three, dominating, just taking their turns in the spotlight.
Ezionu sends a laser beam over, and then sending it right back is Errol Barta, the freshman. And Barta's pumped up after that one. Lees McRae draws back within a half dozen, and they're not quitting yet.
Yeah, big swing there, Ezionu. You don't really see him in those positions to get a dig in the back, but that one comes at him, wasn't exactly ready for it, couldn't get low enough. With that length, it's going to be tough, but nice attack by Barta, who will now check out.
Saw the celebration by Barta there, pumped up. Freshman from Israel is Errol. He's able to make things happen there. But Owen Rose trying to answer right back, and he is able to get it down inbounds. Owen Rose, another kill on the evening. That's number 7 for him. So been a very even hitting performance from Penn State's top 3 hitters so far. 7, 7, and 6. Ezionu, Rose, and Kerr, respectively.
Yeah, great placement on that attack. Just gets it right inside that sideline mark.
So Michael Schwob, the freshman with Penn State, now 5 away from taking a 2-0 match score lead. Slater to Ahmed, and right in the middle is here. And right into the heart of the Penn State defense, Sebastian here hammers it home for the Bobcats.
And he's had a solid night as well, Sebastian here. You know, only 11 kills, excuse me, on the night for Lees McRae, but he leads the way with 5.
Lees McRae's gotten their offense going. Only had 4 kills in the first set, 7 in this one so far. Great effort by Doyle to keep it alive. Sent over by Beard. Merck to Coons on the far side, trying to get it through the block, and he does. Out of bounds, but off a contact by the Bobcats, and Will Coons, his second swing, gets his first kill of the night.
And just off the hands by Beard, you see a nice set there by Ryan Merck. Not really his forte.
Yeah, Merck playing a little out of position there.
Yeah, but a quality pass nonetheless off the hands of Austin Beard, who's one of just 4 Bobcats with a kill tonight.
Ahmed the set. And once again, Sebastian here in the middle off the set from Ahmed, who is over double digits now for the night, and here leading all Bobcats with now his 6th kill of the evening.
Yeah, great job by Sebastian here. We talked about it a little bit earlier. You know, one of the preseason players to watch. He had 203 kills last season. He's one of those solid returning veterans that head coach Sam Albus is going to be relying on a lot this season.
Without a doubt. But John Kerr, one of the solid returning veterans for the Nittany Lions, and solid might be an understatement for John as he gets his 7th kill of the evening to match his teammates Owen Rose and Toby Ezionu.
And you said it, now it's 7s across the board for that big 3 on the Nittany Lions side.
Don't know if they're going to go to Vegas after that, but 3 7s not too bad for those 2. Those 3, I should say. Kerr, Rose, and Ezionu. Very complete performance from the Nittany Lions, aside from some of the errors. But again, we mentioned the 5 service aces to kind of offset that a little bit. And now 11 service errors as Owen Rose has gone cold from behind the service line as he had 2 early aces, but it's at least his 4th error of the night, I do believe. So it gives it right back to the Bobcats, still trailing by 6. Sebastian here, who's trying to spark a little run here for Lees McRae. Schwob to Valenzi near side, and Michael Valenzi, the senior, able to hammer it home.
And you said, Casey, 4 service errors, 4 Owen Rose is the correct one, but there Michael Valenzi gets it right back, rising up. Not exactly the tallest outside hitter on this Penn State roster, but makes up for it with that bounce. A nice attack there.
Yeah, only 6'2" is Valenzi, but make it up for it with the effort. There's the block at the net for the Nittany Lions, and Zach Stowe, who just checked in for Penn State, the freshman. First time we've seen him all season. He gets a solo block there right down the middle. And sets up, set point for Penn State. Here's Kerr. Setting it over. Ahmed says, I'll do it myself. Setter kill by Ahmed, keeps it within 7 and keeps the game alive.
You saw Schwob do that before. Now Ahmed, the sophomore, gets one of his own. Some veteran plays from these young setters.
So Lees McRae obviously Got to string a lot of points together to stay alive here. Schwoben in the middle. Stowe! His first collegiate kill ends set number 2 for the Nittany Lions. 25-17, your final of game 2, and Penn State leads the match 2-0.
You know, what a way to end that set. Freshman to freshman, Schwobe to Stowe to get. Also on Penn State side right now, you talked about it a little bit over break, Casey, bringing in some of those younger guys onto the floor. You now see Luke Snyder.
Yeah, not surprised to see that. Snyder actually a senior on this team, but not one of the starters, so getting an opportunity here for the team that went to the national semifinals last year, lost in 5 sets to the eventual national runner-up Hawaii. First point goes to Lee's McRae here in this third set. They're saying not so fast. We're not ready to get out of Happy Valley just yet. Lee's McRae does not play a home match until February. Their first 7 games, the 2024 season, all on the road. So hoping to start this road trip off with at least some momentum, and who knows, maybe they can steal the third set, but a service error is not going to help the cause. Austin Beard into the net after recording the kill. So he's responsible in some way for both the points so far in this set, just 1 apiece for each team.
And haven't really seen a lot of ties so far. Only 1 tie in that first set. There were 3 in the second, now already 1 in this third. Have yet to see a lead change since the first set as well, so there's a second one on the day.
Yeah, coming in hot was Doyle on the swing attempt, but he met a brick wall at the net in the form of Michael Valenzi with Toby Ezionu over there just in case.
I mean, the presence of Ezionu at the net, even if he's not the one making the block, it's got to be felt. He's just been absolutely incredible at that middle block position all night.
John Kerr coming up aces one more time as he collects his second of the night. Set career highs in kills with 31, also digs 9 and service aces 4. In that win over Lewis, he did it all. Has not, as I said, put up the gaudy numbers tonight, really hasn't had to. Puts a service error on the board there, but no doubt, you know, one of the players this team is going to ride or die by here throughout the course of this 2024 season is number 9, John Kerr.
And it was the John Kerr show against Lewis, but spreading the well tonight, Owen Rose and Toby Ezionu also along with him all have 7 kills. There's Michael Valenzi also now his second.
Snyder in the game for the freshman Swope, freshman to senior, the setter change, and sets up Valenzi on the far side for a pretty kill. Michael Valenzi adds to his total here tonight. It's number 2 for him.
And just got his first one late in that second set. Starts off right where he left off. An early one here.
Joust for it at the net, won by Lee's McRae. Errol Barda up there to just tip it past Penn State defenders in the net, including Ezionu and Snyder, who were over there.
And Errol Barda made a couple nice plays already so far tonight. That's his second kill, but also 2 blocks on top of it. A pretty solid job for this Bobcats team.
Robinson's a high hanging serve over Kerr off the face. Looked like of Ben Ratliff Beecher. That could not have felt too good for the sophomore libero. And Kerr records the kill.
Yeah, and that'll leave a mark as good job by Beecher though. A good sport. Looks like he's laughing it off.
Yeah, had to do a Scott Sterling impression there real quick, but point comes right back to Lee's McRae. Toby Ezionu sends it into the net for the Nittany Lions. Lee's McRae just kind of hanging around it, and I think, you know, regardless of what happens here in this third set, assuming they can keep it somewhat close, I think there's definitely some positives to take out of tonight. Now, the errors like that one, not one of them for head coach Sam Albus, but this team was picked to finish tied 6th in the 8-team Conference Carolinas, and playing against a quality opponent like Penn State for your first game of the season really gives you an opportunity to see what your team's made of.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You know, it's probably going to be the hardest match they have maybe all season, at least for quite some time. So you might as well start off with that, you know, get your feet wet against a tough team, because it'll probably only get easier from here on out. They have steadily improved, put up 13 points in that first set, 17 in the second. So they're on their way up, keeping it close here so far. It's only 6-5. So they can just keep building off of what they've already done. It's going to be a close one till the end.
That was about 20 feet tall until Arabardo finally got it over. Owen Rose on the swing, and he's going to get credit with the kill. Owen Rose Has finally got to play a little bit of volleyball there after 3 straight service errors, but Rose continues with his hot evening.
And Penn State looks like this big three is kind of almost competing with each other to take that lead in kills. John Kerr finally gets the advantage with 8, and then Owen Rose fouls that right up and ties him.
Here's Ahmed. Tipped up off the fingertips, off the swing by here. Now here's Kerr on the near side. John Kerr heating up one more time is the Derry, Pennsylvania native. Penn State's own. Continuing to lead the way for the Nittany Lions, his 9th kill of the night.
And there it goes again, that back and forth for that lead, but he's really done it all tonight, not just leading with 9 kills, but also has 2 service aces, tied for the lead with Owen Rose, 3 digs, 3 blocks to also tie the lead on the team, so he's really been an unbelievable force in all facets tonight.
7th service ace of the night for the Nittany Lions. They are continuing to pour it on from behind the service line. Will Coons does it that time for Penn State. We mentioned it's been a little bit of feast or famine, but 7 service aces to 14 service errors, not the worst ratio in the world. You'll take it for Penn State at this point. Snyder the set, far side Valenzi, and kept alive. Free ball sent over by Ratliff Beecher. Now Snyder, the set in the middle, and the swing by Rose. One more time, Owen Rose hammers the hardwood for Penn State.
Interesting way to send a free ball over there by Ratliff Beecher. Kind of just batted at it. Almost looked like he was going for a bump, but overhead bump.
Actually, that went
just
off.
went over.
Yeah, out off the dig attempt by Ahmed. It's not finding the hardwood that time was Rose, but 9 kills on the night. You'll take it any way you can get it. Rose that time over there on the far side with Valenzi. He'll come near side with Kerr. Able to get it through Lee's McRae. Coons sends a wild free ball over, almost ends up on the opposite side of the court. That swing is wide. Point goes to Penn State. Will Coons was crashing in.
I think he might have actually got to the other side of the court. As we'll see it again.
It kind of looks like it.
Maybe he did. I can't actually tell from that camera angle, but he did come flying in. Thought there might have been 7 players on that Lee's McRae side for a little second there.
And Ratliff Beecher saying, hey, I'm the only one supposed to be wearing white on this side. And Will Coons, regardless of what happened that last play, gets his 2nd service ace, not just of the night, but of this run. And a timeout call by head coach Sam Albus and Lee's McRae. It'll be 12-5. Nittany Lions lead it when we come back. Takes a timeout to try and regroup his team a little bit. It works at least on that play.
And whatever he said in the huddle must have really resonated with the team as they end that 6-0 scoring run that gave Penn State a big lead after it was once just 6-5.
Doyle trying to paintbrush that back line, unable to do so. Gives it right back to the Nittany Lions, and the 10th service error of the night for the Bobcats. But the difference between them and Penn State is they've got 0 service aces, while Nittany Lions have 14 errors, but 8 in the ace department. So if you're wondering where all the aces in your deck of cards went tonight, it probably belongs to players from the Penn State men's volleyball team. There's another one. Owen Rose, who had gone cold from behind the service line, 2 early service aces and then 4 service errors. He's kind of going on a couple different runs. He gets number 3, though, in the ace department here tonight.
Yeah, I've been taking aces from 2 different decks of cards and then dipping into a 3rd there with 9.
That time, right back into the net goes Owen Rose. So they giveth and they taketh away. As the net not been very friendly tonight on either side, with 25, beg your pardon, total service errors, but the 9 aces from Penn State, as I mentioned, do the job. Austin Beard behind the line for the Bobcats, and Michael Valenzi hammers the hardwood. On the far side, he records his 3rd kill of the evening.
And Valenzi been starting to make his impact felt lately. I mentioned getting that first kill towards the end of set number 2. Now already has 2 in this 3rd set. Starting to become an important piece down the stretch. Well, Penn State hopes to be their final set of the night.
Sophomore Matthew Luoma in the game in his first set of the contest. Also goes in the net, the way that the 6'7" Phoenix, Arizona native was hoping to start his night, but he'll stay on the floor and try to contribute from the hitter spot. as it'll be here to send this serve over. 8 serving 15. Snyder has to get to Valenzi, trying to feed the hot hand. Izionu was not going to make that one a joust to the net. Points the hands down, and nothing that leaves McRae could do, I should say, to get under that one.
You know, two-handed put down right there. Just an errant pass. Goes right over the net. Izionu, right place, right time, and gets another kill.
Lindsay back to serve one more time. Ratliff Beecher's got to run to get under it to Fincham, and right there at the net to meet him, Coons and Snyder over there on the near side. And this one now starting to get away from the Bobcats. They trail by 9 and only have 8 points in set number 3. Penn State 8 points away from ending the evening. And trying to get the 10th service ace of the night, and doing so is Michael Valenzi. MJ Doyle tried to get back under it to play it, could not do so. Valenzi able to send it over.
Now Valenzi's second ace of the night. Everyone really getting involved in that party.
Ratliff Beecher able to dig that one up from Valenzi. Sent over. Merck, the libero, will set it. Try to get the kill from the near side. Not doing so is Luoma.
Sorry, Casey. Luoma seeing his first action of the night, kind of starting to just get his feet wet a little bit, warm up. A nice hard swing, but couldn't quite place it just inside that line.
Michael Valenzi's night might be over. Matt Cosgrove, redshirt sophomore, comes in for him. If that's the case, good one from Valenzi. 3 kills, 2 digs. Ahmed almost got the service ace, and I don't know, it looked like he did from here, to be honest.
A little bit close, may have just touched the line. I'll say it did, may not have been enough to overturn.
That could be what it was as well, because you saw it looked like it may have gotten that line, maybe a little bit of the out of bounds area, just too close to call, I think, in that situation. And also don't know what angles the referees were necessarily looking at, if they had the same views we did. Either way, we play on. Point does go to Penn State. Serve from Dittman, the freshman. And getting it right back is MJ Doyle. He'll record his 6th kill of the night.
And Owen Rose over there, one of the few times we've seen him go up for a block and not send it back the other way. Luke Snyder also over there with him.
So I mentioned a lot of the younger players starting to get in for really both sides, particularly Penn State, but here's the freshman Dylan Slater, and not able to clear the net tape on that occasion. So it'll be a 10-point advantage for the Nittany Lions, native of Chesterfield, Virginia. Out of Cosby High School, Dylan Slater not quite able to get that one into play.
And after the 3rd straight set, Penn State the first team to 20 points.
5 away from ending the evening and getting their 3rd win of the season. 2nd in a sweep if they can hang on, but there's a service error from Luke Snyder, so we play on, and Lees McRae will get served back. And coming into the game will be Nelson Castellanos once again. The 2nd time we've seen him here tonight. Another one of the freshmen. We mentioned that large group of underclassmen for this Lees McRae team. Merck trying to get it all the way back over. This is going to be a joust. Rose keeps it alive. And Lees McRae's got to play it, and they do. MJ Doyle, one more time. Give a lot of the credit for that one to the serve by Castellanos, and the scramble Penn State had to go on to play it.
And I was convinced that we were about to see the first service ace of the night for the Bobcats. Great job by Merck to chase that one all the way down and keep it alive, but excellent job by Doyle.
Man, what power, but somehow able to get it back over. Lees McRae, they can't get it down in play. It looked like for sure Matthew Luomo is going to get his first kill of the night, but it almost hit the defender. Didn't quite catch who it was. Oh, yeah. Slater almost hit him hard enough that it bounced back up into the air, back into play.
Penn State kind of just aiming for faces now at this point. Hit Ratliff Beecher, that one really close to the head of Slater.
Well, Coons sends that one wide on the far side.
Also on that last point quickly, Casey, kind of an awkward free ball sent back over, just an awkward way to send it to Penn State's side. A good job by Will Coons to recognize where that was going, understand where he was on the court, and duck under it and watch it go out of bounds.
Two teams trade service errors, and Penn State is within 3 of completing the sweep here. As I mentioned, would be their second of the season if they can hang on to it. First in the opener against Central State, and of course, game against Lewis went to 5. But trying to get back here with this first game of the week in Happy Valley once again before they play again on Saturday with another sweep. One more service error for the Nittany Lions on that occasion. It'll be 14 serving 22. Here behind the line. Did he paint it that time? Yes, he did, and there it is. First service ace of the night, finally, for Lee's McRae. So something to smile about there for head coach Sam Albus and his squad. Get on the board. First service ace, not just of the night, but I guess by extension of the 2024 season, belongs to Austin Beard.
And they've come close. They've been knocking on the doorstep quite a few times. Great placement there. Another great serve.
Yeah. Keeping it up. Not able to get it down in the field of play was Luoma. Not able to find the hardwood before the out-of-bounds line. And Lee's McRae caught a comeback yet, but they are back within 6. And they're on a 3-0 run.
Matthew Luoma, we had talked about he had that big hit before that ended up striking Dylan Slater in the face, but a couple errors also to pair with it. So just still kind of getting warmed up. Not necessarily a regular player for the Nittany Lions team, but good to see him get some tread on his tires.
Yeah, good reps for sure for the sophomore. Beard's rainbow serve that time, not able to get down in front of the end line, so Penn State is 2 away. Luoma back behind the line, doinks it over, and Matthew Luoma will take it. 11th service ace of the night, sets up match point for the Nittany Lions.
And no kills for him yet, as I mentioned, a couple errors, but they're huge service ace. You mentioned set point, match point, 5th Penn Stater now in the ace category.
All right, here we go. Luoma trying to end it in that time. Skimmed the net tape once, couldn't get lucky on the second occasion, going back to the well. And we play on, so Penn State, once again, not able to end the set on their first opportunity. Here's match point number 2. Snyder to Ezeonu, and Toby Ezeonu sends Lee's McRae packing. Penn State completes the sweep. 25-17, the final of game number 3, an all-around dominant performance by the Penn State Nittany Lions.